You brought snacks without being asked to. The specific ones I mentioned once in passing. Nobody brings the specific ones without intent. You brought snacks without being asked to. It was a casual thing, a film night. Bring whatever you want, no plan, no list. You showed up with the exact 3 things I'd mentioned, preferring in a different conversation. I've had people bring the general category, the bowl of things, the bag of something fine. You brought the specific items from a sentence I said 2 weeks ago about a different film. You brought snacks without being asked to. The specific ones I mentioned once in passing. Nobody brings the specific ones without intent. You brought snacks without being asked to. I didn't say anything about recognizing them, just said great, thanks, put them on the table. But I recognized them from the sentence and filed it immediately under everything. I've had people bring the general category, the bowl of things, the bag of something fine. You brought the specific items from the sentence I said 2 weeks ago about a different film. You brought snacks without being asked to. The specific ones I mentioned once in passing. Nobody brings the specific ones without intent. You brought snacks without being asked to. The specific ones from a sentence 2 weeks ago about a different film that you were not at, which means you were paying attention to a sentence about a film you didn't see in a conversation that had nothing to do with tonight. And you remembered it and acted on it without mentioning that you remembered it or acted on it. Just put them on the table like of course, like obviously. Like what else would you bring? You brought snacks without being asked to. The specific ones I mentioned once in passing. Nobody brings the specific ones without intent. You brought snacks without being asked to. Without being asked to. Without being asked to. Checked if you were going before I said yes. My attendance was conditional on yours. Told the host I'd let them know by Thursday. Checked if you were going before I said yes. The event itself was fine, I had no objection. The kind of thing I'd go to either way. But I needed one specific piece of information before I could commit to the logistics. I asked a mutual friend in a casual manner. Said, oh, is everyone going to that thing? The everyone was one person specifically. The thing was only relevant if you were there. Checked if you were going before I said yes. My attendance was conditional on yours. Told the host I let them know by Thursday. Checked if you were going to that thing. The everyone was one person specifically. The thing was only relevant if you were there. Checked if you were going before I said yes. My attendance was conditional on yours. Told the host I'd let them know by Thursday. Checked if you were going before I said yes. Thursday is the detail I'm most proud of. I didn't say yes immediately, which would have been transparent. I gave it until Thursday, like a person with a schedule to check, like a person with competing commitments, like a person who was not waiting by their phone for confirmation from a mutual friend. That one specific person would be at one specific event on one specific evening. I waited until Thursday. I have some dignity, a small amount, enough for Thursday. Checked if you were going before I said yes. My attendance was conditional on yours. Told the host I'd let them know by Thursday. Checked if you were going before I said yes. If you were going before I said yes. Checked if you were going before I said yes. Kept the voicemail, can't bring myself to clear it. 3 months your voice, same spot in my phone. It's nothing important, just a time and place. Kept the voicemail, can't bring myself to clear it. You called to confirm something, left a message. The kind is purely logistical in content. Time, location, see you there, that's all. Nothing in it that explains why it's still there. My voicemail inbox is otherwise empty. I clear things weekly, keep it functional. One message 3 months old, yours specifically has survived every clear out since October. Kept the voicemail, can't bring myself to clear it. 3 months, your voice, same spot in my phone. It's nothing important, just a time and place. Kept the voicemail, can't bring myself to clear The location was somewhere we both were, and then we both left. And the voicemail stayed, because the voicemail has your voice in it, saying ordinary things, in the specific way you say ordinary things, which is not ordinary, and which I have on my phone, in my voicemail inbox that is otherwise empty, which I check, more than I check my actual voicemail, and less than I would like to admit, in the specific song about a voicemail that I am keeping indefinitely. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. Didn't ask, didn't push, just stayed. The kind of staying that doesn't need explaining. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. I wasn't in a talking place that evening, the kind of quiet that's hard to account for. You arrived, read the room in about 4 seconds, and adjusted everything without a word. I've had people fill the quiet with noise, try to fix it, ask about it, need it gone. You sat with it like it was just weather, like quiet was something you could keep me company in. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. Didn't ask, didn't push, just stay. The kind of staying that doesn't need explaining. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. We watched something, you made tea without asking, handed me a cup and sat back down. The evening passed with very little said, and I felt less alone than I had all week. I've had people fill the quiet with noise, try to fix it, ask about it, need it gone. You sat with it like it was just weather, like quiet was something you could keep me company in. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. Didn't ask, didn't push, just stay. The kind of staying that doesn't need explaining. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. Less alone than I had all week is what your staying did, without trying to do anything, without a strategy, without making me explain the kind of quiet I was in. You just made tea and sat back down and let the evening be quiet, with both of us in it. And that is the specific thing that I have been thinking about since that evening. Because nobody has ever made me feel less alone by doing absolutely nothing except staying. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. Didn't ask, didn't push, just stay. The kind of staying that doesn't need explaining. You noticed I was quiet and stayed anyway. I was quiet, stayed anyway. You noticed I was quiet, stayed You gave me a spare key I never returned. Still on my keyring between my own two. You said, keep it just in case. I kept it. You gave me a spare key I never returned. It was practical at the time, a reason, something that needed someone to have access. The reason resolved itself weeks later. The key stayed on my keyring unaddressed. I notice it every time I use my keys, which is multiple times on any given day. It's become part of the weight of the set, a small brass fact I carry everywhere. You gave me a spare key I never returned. Still on my keyring between my own two. You said, keep it just in case. I kept it. You gave me a spare key I never returned. You've never asked for it, which is interesting. Either you forgot or you also kept it on purpose, in the way I kept it on purpose, as a small brass just in case of something else. I notice it every time I use my keys, which is multiple times on any given day. It's become part of the weight of the set, a small brass fact I carry everywhere. You gave me a spare key I never returned. Still on my keyring between my own two. You said, keep it just in case. I kept it. You gave me a spare key I never returned. Just in case is what you said, which I have interpreted broadly. Just in case covers a lot of situations, more than the original situation. It covers the situation where I want to have a small brass piece of your life on my keyring between my own two keys. Every single day, everywhere I go, just in case. Turns out to me, I wanted you to have it and you wanted to keep it, and neither of us has said anything about that. And the key has been everywhere with me since the just in case. You gave me a spare key I never returned. Still on my keyring between my own two. You said, keep it just in case. I kept it. You gave me a spare key I never returned. Spare key never returned between my own two. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. Same brain arriving at the same place first. I was halfway through and you were already there. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. I was telling story built into the end, the kind with a specific turn you have to earn. You laughed at the exact moment I saw the turn, which means you saw it at the same time I did. To see the turn before the teller gets there, you have to be moving at the same speed, through the same kind of logic, the same direction, which is not can manufacture. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. Same brain arriving at the same place first. I was halfway through and you were already there. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. I finished the story anyway, laughing now. You said sorry, I saw where it was going. I said no, don't be, that's the best response anyone has ever had to anything I've said. To see the turn before the teller gets there, you have to be moving at the same speed, through the same kind of logic, the same direction, which is not something you can manufacture. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. Same brain arriving at the same place first. I was halfway through and you were already there. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. I saw where it was going, is what you said, which means you were inside the story, moving with it at the same speed, finding the same turn at the same moment, which is either the best kind of coincidence or the least coincidental thing about the way we think. And I finished the story, but the story I was thinking about for the rest of the evening was not the one I told. It was the one about two people finding the same turn at exactly the same time, which has no punchline, but also needs none. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. Same brain arriving at the same place first. I was halfway through and you were already there. You laughed before the punchline, knew it already. Before the punchline, knew it already. Before the punchline, knew it already. Told the story with you in it again, third time this week to 3 different people. You're becoming a recurring character. Told the story with you in it again. It started as a relevant anecdote, something that happened that was actually funny. You were in it because you were there. By the third telling, you're the reason for the story. My friend said you mentioned that person a lot. I said it's a good story, they were just there. She said people can be in good stories without being mentioned specifically. Told the story with you in it again, third time this week to 3 different people. You're becoming a recurring character. Told the story with you in it again. The fourth telling, I edited slightly, tried to tell it with a different person in it. The story didn't work without the specific detail that only makes sense because it's specifically you. My friend said you mentioned that person a lot. I said it's a good story, they were just there. She said people can be in good stories without being mentioned specifically. Told the story with you in it again, third time this week to 3 different people. You're becoming a recurring character. Told the story with you in it again. The fourth telling confirmed something. I tried to replace the specific detail with a generic version, and the story lost the thing that made people laugh at the right moment, which means the thing that makes the story work is you, specifically, and not the category of person you could theoretically be replaced by. You cannot be replaced by. The story requires you. I have tested this. It does not work without you, which is information about more than the story. Told the story with you in it again. Third time this week to 3 different people. You're becoming a recurring character. Told the story with you in it again. Told the story, you in it again. Told the story, you in it again. You were always the point. I just got there late. The snacks, the key, the voicemail, the story. Everything was leading to the same address. You were always the point. I just got there late. I thought I was collecting small things casually, noticing without a destination in mind. But small things don't accumulate randomly, they accumulate towards something specific. The key on my keyring goes everywhere I go. The voicemail survives every October clear out. The story only works with you specifically. The quiet evening was the least alone all week. You were always the point. I just got there late. The snacks, the key, the voicemail, the story. Everything was leading to the same address. You were always the point. I just got there late. Late is a generous description of the timeline. The compass was pointing from the beginning. I just kept describing it as something else until the descriptions ran out of alternatives. The key on my keyring goes everywhere I go. The voicemail survives every October clear out. The story only works with you specifically. The quiet evening was the least alone all week. You were always the point. I just got there late. The snacks, the key, the voicemail, the story. Everything was leading to the same address. You were always the point. I just got there late. Here is what late means in this specific case. It means I had the answer from the first room, from the coffee queue, from the snacks on the table, from the key between my own two, from the voicemail in October, from the story that only works with one specific person in it, from the punchline you got there first, from the quiet evening where staying was everything. I had all of it, I just kept filing it under not sure yet, until not sure yet became impossible to maintain against the evidence, which was always and has always been simply you. You were always the point. I just got there late. The snacks, the key, the voicemail, the story. Everything was leading to the same address. You were always the point. I just got there late.